Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2. We've got MiTH-Trust taking on Team Impervious, and we're gonna see which one of these teams is gonna take home some points, because we are still in the group stages for this matchup. And I can actually tell you how these two teams are doing, because right now MiTH is actually, well, they have won 4, lost 3, and we're gonna see if they can make that 4 or 5-3, or if they can make that 4-4. If it's an even score, if they're going to be further ahead. On the other side, we've got ourselves Impervious, who is not really doing that well. They have lost 5-1-2, so we're going to see if they can get themselves some extra wins to their name. That's what we're here for, seeing the points. Rapture Gaming League has got 9 teams. Each team faces each other twice, different times. So right now they face each other, and then later on in the season they face each other again. And then those group standings will be used to put yourself in the brackets. Though only the top 6 will go on from the 9 that are there. So 3 teams will get dropped out in the group stages, and the other 6 will be in the brackets for the playoffs. But for now, MiTH-Trust in the group stages up against Team Impervious. We're gonna see Impervious, we're gonna see Batrider and IO banned out, OD and Lifestealer banned out as well. Pretty solid bans so far. And we're gonna see, well, what is gonna be that first pickup for Impervious. Impervious, who is playing indeed with Ice, has got the rest of their lineup complete, though only one is missing. We also have a stand-in for MiTH-Trust, who are missing 1 as well, or maybe they're actually missing 2, depending on who that last guy is, but we are not sure who that is. But we're gonna find out. Alchemist is a first pickup for Team Impervious. Well, actually, you know, the games that we've seen today, I mean, some of Alchemist Teen, Alchemist Band, you know, it has happened, but Alchemist has not been a first pickup today yet. We have seen Alchemist even ignored until the very last phase where he got banned out. So far, teams have been going for picks that won't really give away what kind of strategies they go for. So, picking up Darkseers, Visages. And Visage is the one to get picked up by MiTH as the first pickup. We still have that Darkseer in the pool if they want to pick that up. Of course, an all-round hero that you can do anything with which you will. But they go for Naga Siren. So far, this looks like an aggressive trial lane. With Naga Siren support, and Visage support as well. I like it. I hope you like it too, because aggressive trial lanes always, of course, provide some extra aggression in a team, in a fight, in a game. Let's see what the answer for that is for Team Impervious. Do they want to have an Alchemist with a safe supporting hero like a Shadow Demon, or are they looking for some other solo lanes first? It really depends on what they feel like they should prioritize right now, what MiTH will ban out in the next banning phase. It's a Nature's Prophet, so it's an off-lane / jungle hero that they pick up. Don't want to have those banned out. And MiTH-Trust, they have one very solid role that they can ban out. Supports. Shadow Demon, Rubik. Just supports that can save that Alchemist. If they are planning on going for an aggressive trial lane, they can just ban out the strong, aggressive trial lane heroes. Gyrocopter is the first ban for Impervious. That know that hero is strong with an aggressive trial lane. I mean, that's very clear. If you know that Visage and Naga Siren are picked up already, you want to ban out those strong carries for aggressive trial lanes. And Gyrocopter definitely is one of those. Enchantress is the ban out for MiTH-Trust, so they don't want to be having any extra jungle heroes going for them. With a Weaver now banned out for Impervious as well. Now one last ban out needed, and they go for a Chen, so they remove some of the jungle heroes there. And let's see what MiTH wants to go for here, taking their time. Still have a lot of time left in their bonus time, though. That goes for both teams so far. Not really taking too long to decide on what they want to be picking up here. And I just realized I can actually fast forward this.
10 seconds remaining.
Where's the button for that?
5 seconds remaining.
We're gonna have a bit faster draft right now, so the time is ticking down faster. It's fine now. Faster draft is always okay. We're just slowing down the time when the draft is done. But as long as MiTH-Trust is not using, is using their bonus time, it doesn't really matter. They pick up a Juggernaut though, and that's going to be a very strong hero in an aggressive trial lane as well, especially with the slow from the Visage. Cannot be underestimated. That Grave Chill, it's just Gravetail combined with the Blade Fury, it's insane, especially if there's also a Riptide up on the target that minus armor, so Juggernaut, strong hero. We still have a Lone Druid in the pool. Juggernaut, Lone Druid, a combination that we often see. Of course, for that pushing power that those two bring at some point in the game, normally 20 minutes or so. We're gonna see what Impervious has to reply to that one. Only 16 seconds left in their bonus time. That's all they have. They go for a Razor. I like Razor as a hero, I do for sure. But they pick it up blindly, not knowing what can be in the mid lane. So if you pick up now a Queen of Pain or something, and Queen of Pain can deal with the Razor just fine.
10 seconds.
I'm talking about the mid lane, of course.
5 seconds remaining.
Queen of Pain Juggernaut's quite nice though, because Blade Fury doesn't get stopped, doesn't stop the Static Link. MiTH-Trust taking down their bonus time as well. I'm glad I put this fast forward because they take their time here. Of course, one more pick needed before we're gonna jump ourselves into the last bands. Still missing supports for Impervious, but they have no rush in picking up supports right now. And Darkseer made it all the way to the last end of the pool. Picked up by MiTH-Trust, strong hero, off laner, safe laner, whatever you want, solo laner at least. We're gonna see what Impervious is gonna do with their last pickup. Now that they know that the Darkseer is there, Darkseer against Nature's Prophet should be okay-ish. If you put those on the offlane, Abaddon gets picked up. We see him for the 3rd time today. Abaddon played as support, as we've seen him so far. Played as support in combination with the Crystal Maiden.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. 5 seconds.
Oh, that lady doesn't know what she's talking about. She can't count.
Team ban.
But we have got some bans going on. One support, it's already the Bane banned out, and Impervious, one more support, or one more ban needed to decide this last pick. So the last pick. Let's see what they're going to be banning out. Mid laners. Queen of Pain, Puck. It's a Jakiro actually that they ban out. Are they expecting Naga Siren to be in the mid lane here? Or Visage, or Darkseer, or Juggernaut? I'm quite surprised by this. I mean, a Jakiro works well together with a Darkseer, don't get me wrong, works amazing together with a Darkseer.
10 seconds.
But I'm still quite surprised to see him banned out, because I wasn't expecting a support. And MiTH-Trust, yeah, they pick up a Klinks, which is a way more logical hero than anything else. Impervious, one more hero needed. I'm hoping for support. Can also be, of course, a jungle hero. We still have an Enigma in the pool. I mean, we had the Enchantress and the Chen banned out, but who knows? Enigma. Nah, it's gonna be a Crystal Maiden. The same combination that we've seen so far. Let me slow this down again. There we go. Draft is done. And we are gonna jump ourselves into the game to see how this one is gonna pan out. Who is gonna take home those points? Of course, you're watching the Rapture Gaming League. And we're still in the group stages. And these teams need a point, especially Impervious, because right now they're in the bottom half and you don't want to be there because the bottom 3 get dropped out. And you want to at least make it into the playoff brackets, but you need some wins to do so. Waiting for everybody to pick up their heroes before we jump ourselves into this game completely, of course.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And we see Myth on the Dire side. They have got the Visage played by SD. We have a stand-in played by, or T playing the Juggernaut. Trina Cup of T&K playing the Darkseer. Klinks, don't know who that is, but he is the Klinks. There's also a stand-in. And Aba will be playing the Naga Siren. On the side of Impervious, we have got the stand-in. It is Ice 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 playing an Alchemist. We've got Impervious. No Woman No Cry. Sorry, that took a while to decipher that. No Woman No Cry playing the Abaddon. We have SNB playing the Razor, or sorry, NB I should say, just NB. Kyo will be playing the Crystal Maiden, and last but not least is Wraith Blue, the offlaner for Impervious, will be on the offlane. Surprise! On the offlane, on the Nature's Prophet. So that is everybody introduced. As we see that there's 11 things shared. Let's see. Empowered. Okay. We are empowered right now, people. Hope you're happy with that. Looks like we are gonna see safe lanes though, which is a bit of a disappointment for me. I was kind of hoping to have the Naga Siren on the safe lane, but unfortunately,
30 seconds to battle.
not the case. Not the case at all, for now. Aggressive tri lane works out very well together with the Clinks though. Having Clinks on the safe lane, aggressive tri lane being played, and then put a Darkseer on the off lane or something. I mean, I'm quite curious to see how Myth runs their lanes regardless, because it's not quite clear just yet. So we actually see the Juggernaut still making his way towards that bottom lane by the looks of it.
Begins.
Together with the Naga Siren. And it will be Trina Cup that will be playing the Darkseer in the mid lane. Clinks on the top lane, and yes, it is an aggressive tri lane. Hells yeah. Can they deny this rune? They can deny this rune if they want it, but they don't do it. Haste rune. They want to take him down. In comes a frostbite. Is there enough damage? I don't think so. Not with that haste rune there. In the meantime, the mid lane, Darkseer up against an Alchemist mid. Those are our lanes, by the way. Alchemist mid up against a Darkseer. On the top lane, it is a Nature's Prophet up against that Clinks. The Strings is going to be very dangerous later on, and we have an aggressive tri lane up against a lane that has a heal and a slow. So this is actually kind of a decent lane for Impervious. I kind of like it better than support since today. I've seen it twice today with the Crystal Maiden there as well, and it's been working out okay. Wards and sentries placed, getting some extra control. I mean, they know that they're up against an aggressive tri lane. That is actually very potent, because you got yourself the Soul Assumption, the Ensnare, the Slow, as long as they're level 2, of course. For now, you don't have everything just yet, but it is going to be a very dangerous lane for Impervious. So they need to have some control there on the lane, and this sentry was actually not scouting out this one, which is kind of a shame. I can't draw on the mini-map in replays. It's a shame, actually. Oh, happens. Trina Cup, 6 last hits for him for now, as we have Ice sitting on 4 for a 4. I'm kind of expecting the first blood to be on the bottom lane, just purely because of that aggressive tri lane. But we cannot forget the mid lane and the top lane, because something might be going wrong on the lane. Someone might make a mistake. And excuses for maybe sounding a little bit tired, but I am actually tired because I've been streaming now for 12 hours almost. That happens. Clinks in the meantime, 6 last hits only. It's actually not doing as well as I thought it would be on this lane. Getting harassed a lot by those Treants. Static Link forces that Juggernaut away, and of course everybody's still level 1. Actually no, only now getting level 2 means that only now they're actually ready to throw everything at the combination that they have and try and get someone down. And hope that the heal is not going to be enough to stop that damage from going through. The heal and the shield, of course. Because almost level 2 up on No Woman No Cry either. I constantly want to sing that. No woman no cry. No woman no cry. Sorry. So Nature's Prophet, 15 last hits for him. He's doing fairly well for now. I say for now because this Clink should be winning this lane fairly hard in the end. As we have got the Alchemist kind of getting harassed here by those Iron Shells. Darkseer should not die here and should actually be able to harass Alchemist out of the lane until he's level 6. Alchemist will be having some trouble. And why is this Alchemist bald? Is that actually a skin of his? Oh, I didn't think he was bald. I'm quite surprised about that. Oh well. By the way, the Crystal Maiden is actually not hanging around on this tri lane. Ooh, Abba was looking for a snare there. Crystal Maiden is hanging out with the smoke. That's about to run out. Was trying to maybe go on the mid lane. They go for the Razor, who already had the shield, the heal. That's all he get. Nature's Prophet TP's in. Looks like Ava is gonna be the first blood here. Impervious, they get it done. First blood taken by No Woman No Cry. In comes the kill on the Nature's Prophet though. That's Juggernaut still taking one back, but it is the first blood going the way of Impervious here. But at least this Juggernaut gets something in return for that. I mean, in a way, he only lost his support. And he gained an offlaner. Oh, haste rune for the Crystal Maiden. This is actually very tricky. I mean, normally she is super slow. She can't chase anybody down. But she has an extra slow. She's got a frostbite. She's a very decent hero to be chasing the round for heroes as Razor goes down on the bottom lane. There was, of course, the Visage that got the kill in the end with the Soul Assumption. Now completely out of mana, very low on life as well. We'll have to go back to base, but did end up getting the kill on the carry. The most important hero to kill off on the bottom lane. Nature's Prophet in the meantime, after going down once, went back to top, but now finds himself outlaned against the Klings. 22 for 0 still for Wraith Blue, but this Klings 24 for 0 for him, and he is just doing fine. He is actually level 6 right now, so he'll be doing more than fine soon when he starts taking down those creeps, getting some extra HP points for himself as well. As Ava is looking to maybe try to go for an initiation. They don't have the Visage yet though. They will have to wait for him. In comes a TP, that might be enough. But the shield and the heal are there from Abaddon. And maybe Abaddon is the one that needs to go on at this point. Slowing him down. Talking about slowing someone down. Klings is actually trying to slow down the Nature's Prophet, who is now forced to TP out. In the meantime, in the mid lane, we still have Ice 22 for 7. And he's actually charging up a stun. He knows that this Darkseer is out of mana. He will throw out the stun. Knows that he can't chase that, but at least forces him away. Static Link. Trying to chase him down. He has to be careful though. We still have a Visage around the corner. Of course, there's still a ward up for the Radiant team, but the Visage is still quite dangerous. They know where he is, but they can't really ignore him. Here comes the stun again. We might actually have a killer. Ice has to run away now though. Nature's Prophet ultimate still doing a lot of damage to that Darkseer, but that Iron Shell just too annoying right now. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, Abaddon is the one to go down. We have got Visage with the kill there. It looks like Naga Siren is about to go down as well. Razor will have his way. One more hit needed. Can't get it done, and Ava is the one to live unless creeps. Yeah, creeps. Those can kill him off. And so at least they get a kill, but they don't really get any experience for it. But it is the Visage that's able to get Abaddon, and the Razor goes down as well. 2 extra kills going on this bottom lane. And so far, only the Naga Siren the one to go down on the side of MiTH. In the meantime, on the top lane, Klings forcing the Nature's Prophet out again. He was forced to TP out. And they go again. Razor. Crystal Maiden first, rather. Keo dies. There's the ensnare. Razor not a target right now. Is Crystal Maiden come into play? Not really good. In comes the stun. Down goes the Klings. Nicely timed by Ice. Knowing that he would go and throwing down the acid spray while the stun was in the air, of course, still having that reduced armor, but at least not scaring the Klings away to go invisible, for example, which he could have done. Gold graph in the meantime, going the way of MiTH-Trust. No surprise there, getting those most kills on the bottom lane and stopping the Razor from farming a lot. Of course, we still have the Alchemist getting some farm here. He doesn't pick up anything in Grieful's Greed though, and they go for Trina Cup here. Can they do it is the question. He doesn't have a Surge anymore. They might be able to get him. Yes, they do, and Nature's Prophet takes the last hit, which is actually fairly decent because he actually gets the experience for that as well. In the meantime, bottom lane, another initiation going on. They want to take down the Razor, and they look to be able to do so. The stick charges are enough though, and he gets another heal. He's able to stay on the lane. This time, MiTH-Trust not getting it done. Alchemist coming in with the stun, looking for a pickup, looking for a kill, looking for the Juggernaut. He cannot Blade Fury for another 3 seconds, and he will end up going down. Same thing done here as he did on the Klings. Acid spray thrown out as he was in the air. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet is able to take down the tier 1 tower, and this one, Ice is able to get himself a haste rune. Now starts chasing down Trina Cub. Charging up a stun. Is able to get a double. No, only hits it up on the Naga Siren, but it's enough. Naga Siren will end up going down with one more hit needed there. Actually, stick charges keep him up. Nature's Prophet sprouts him out. One more hit needed. There we go. Nature's Prophet with the kill. And they look to go for more. Look to go for the Visage there, who's already used the stick charges and will help kill off the Alchemist. Overextension at its finest, and Wraith Blue will feel the hate of that as well. In comes the Razor, trying to help out, maybe getting a double kill, at least gets a Visage, but has to back off, and the Nature's Prophet still ends up going down to the tower. 7-7 is the kill score. And I feel like those last 2 hits, last 2 kills shouldn't have happened, and that's going to be someone that's not able to TP out. He's got no mana to do anything, he will end up going down, and MiTH-Trust is the one to get ahead here. Alchemist and Nature's Prophet didn't need to go down. If they would have just backed off, they would have been able to stay alive. They might have not have gotten Visage, but that wouldn't be worth. Is not worth it anyway. Razor, 1k gold to his name. If we look at the net worth list, he is doing not too well though compared to the rest. I mean, Alchemist is the highest net worth hero on the map. Whoa, that's Crystal Maiden dead. It's gonna be here just burst it down. Familiar's hurting a lot there. I mean, Crystal Maiden is level 5. The Familiar's just hurt a lot. Clinks goes down to the top lane. Alchemist able to throw himself out another stun. He uses the dust as well. Saves Wraith Blue at it as well. Wraith Blue needs to use his hand of MiTH. Get some vision there. And then will TP himself home into safety. Gold graph still hanging around that 0 line. Experience graph, same story. An Alchemist. He's been involved in 6 out of the 8 kills. Can he carry this team? He needs to kind of carry this team on his shoulders right now at the bottom lane. It's not going to be the Razor because Razor goes down. As does the Abaddon. The TP comes in. The stick charges are still there, but it doesn't matter. Oh, Ice jumps himself in. Gets sung upon. And this healing word will make sure that this Juggernaut will keep himself up while walking through the poison. And Ice won't be able to get anything here. And he has a chance of overextending right now. And that's not going to be good if he does. Careful here. Getting slowed down. Crystal Maiden is going to be the one to get chased down by SD. And comes the ensnare. Hits upon Alchemist. Crystal Maiden will get picked off there. That's at least one. As said, overextension. Back comes the race though. Static Link there up on the Darkseer. But Ice. 19 HP. He can't fight her anymore. The rest can though. Visage is the one to go down. Blade Fury helps out to get himself away. Kalink's coming in as well. Goes for Wraith Blue. Wraith Blue uses the dust before he dies. But die he does. And buys back. Wants to get back into this game. Razor goes for the Static Link. Is able to at least pick up the Juggernaut with that. But goes down forward as well. Kalink's getting a stun in his head. But he is invisible. Or he will be again soon anyways. There's no extra detection there. Central Ward now goes down. That's going to help out. Buyback now also for the Juggernaut. And Snare. Nature's Prophet. He is not going to be able to get a kill here. He goes down. He just came in to die. The rest, are they doing the same thing as the question? Ice, running up with a stun, is able to throw it out, and is able to kill off the Darkseer with that Omni Slash in the meantime. The Alchemist goes down. The fight is continuing on, but MiTH-Trust getting the better end of the stick right now. They get another team wipe out of this one. 11 for 18. MiTH-Trust coming back. Some coming back to die, but in the end, it is the 2 most important targets that died least of all. Juggernaut, of course, as well as the Clinks. And now they are finally able to take the tower with them. First tier 1 tower to go down on Impervious Gaming. With the gold graph going in favor of MiTH-Trust. Experience graph, same story. It was a bloodbath in the end. A massacre, if you will, but MiTH-Trust the one to get out ahead. Nice try for Impervious though, but they're just a little bit trigger happy. I mean, they have a lineup that is okay also for late game with a Nature's Prophet, with an Alchemist. So they don't need to rush.
Middle tower is under attack.
They don't need to rush at all. It felt like they felt like they needed to rush. Abaddon still level 5 at this moment, 12 minutes into the game. It's okay for him to be level 5 though, but not ideal. Crystal Maiden level 5 as well. Wow, of course already the supports on the side of MiTH-Trust are level 8 and level 9. That's a big difference. Look at that difference in levels. It's insane. Smoke up now for MiTH-Trust. They won't be able to find anybody though. We see the minimap of course, and the smoke up is also there for Impervious, who's going top, who's going for the Alchemist, looking for the stun, finding it, not getting him inside the acid spray though, but still taking making sure he takes a lot of damage and making sure he dies. Can they get a tower with that? Meet them bottom lane, the Abaddon goes down. So that's a trade. It's a good trade for Impervious though, losing their support Abaddon for an offlane Darkseer. Mid lane Darkseer, I should say. As long as they don't get the Razor as well. And it's all good. By the way, Klings finds himself another support. That's gonna be a kill. Doesn't have his Orchid just yet, but it doesn't seem to hurt him that much. Looking for the next target, looking for Wraith Blue. He's running for his life right now. He does have a TP, he does have a Sprout.
Dire's top tower is
But
under
those
attack.
familiars, of course, will make sure that he can't TP out. So he knows that, and he's running for his life. Running right into the Alchemist. In comes the Acid Spray, in comes the stun. They're able to stun the Klings, but he went invisible just in time. And Wraith Blue, not out of the woods just yet. Soul Assumption comes in, and the birds will do the job of killing off Wraith Blue. SD might die for it as well. Gets a stun, gets a kill. Gets a death, rather, for him. And Alchemist is the one to stay alive, of course, but it's still a trade that's not favorable for Impervious. Trading kills left and right. He comes in and snare. Static Link there also.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And in comes the Juggernaut, Blade Fury down, nice vacuum into the wall. Look at that Blade Fury hurting up on everybody. It's gonna be Ice that dies. Darkseer dies as well, but in the end it is the one, it's Impervious that's not dying most. Actually, no. Hello? That's the team wipe. Of course, Visage wasn't here, so 4 heroes dead for 2.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But that was quite insane. It is Impervious that get that team fight going, that save their tier 1 tower. And Razor, I would say MVP for him with an Eye of the Storm that really hurt. Because that Darkseer vacuum, it was insane into the Blade Fury. It looked so good for MiTH-Trust. But then in comes the Crystal Maiden's ultimate. Must not underestimate that one. In comes the Plasma Field, and down goes MiTH. In the meantime, top lane. Tower goes down. Nature's Prophet tries to TP himself out. Should be able to do that. Actually, no, never mind. Song from Maybach coming in. Well, it's worth dying for that tower anyway, because this tier 2 tower, apart from it being a tower, and it's nice to get a tower, a last hit, and get yourself some gold, it's actually a very important tower for if you have a Nature's Prophet on your team. Because split pushing is normally done on the bottom and top lane, and the top lane is one of those lanes that if you make sure that you fight on the bottom half of the map, Nature's Prophet can split push on the top lane, and having no tier 2 tower standing there, make sure that you can't really, if you're MiTH-Trust, you can't really trade that easily, because your tier 3 will be under siege. Alchemist in the meantime, having a Gem of True Sight, almost the mechanism done for his team. Drums and face boots for the Razor, some early game items. Looking for new items. Actually, let's take a look at those this way. We almost have the mechanism up on the Darkseer as well, as you can see.
Dire's bottom tower
Klink's
is under
almost
attack.
ready with his second Oblivion staff. We're only 17 minutes into this game. Tier 1 tower will be dropping here. Unless MiTH is going to do something about it, which they actually are. TP incoming from the Juggernaut as well. 4 heroes here from Impervious Gaming. Nature's Prophet still split pushing on the bottom lane. Has a hand of Midas, of course. Tries to get him back to the top of the food chain, aka the net worth chart. Which right now is still a long way to go, because it's MiTH-Trust that is ruling that chart. Of the top 5, they have 3 cores in there.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And the top 2 is also all there. Is Juggernaut and Klinks. Klinks who's able to pick up a solo kill. Nature's Prophet TPing top. TPing right into the hands of the Klinks, who is one step closer towards the Orchid. Let's see if Impervious can do this though, can fight here, because it looks like they want to. Still hanging around here with 4. Alchemist starting to charge up a stun. Tries to throw it out, but the Blade Fury will stop that from happening. And normally, like, it's okay if you hang around mid trying to make something happen, as long as you're getting more out of it than your opponent. And right now, Nature's Prophet cannot be farming, so they're just hanging out with 4 with not getting anything in return for it. And the Juggernaut, or the Klinks, is actually still farming. This Crystal Maiden is kind of sad, by the way. He's also kind of dead. Kyo, you're down.
I'm burning up.
Oh!
Radiant's
It felt like this Juggernaut was helping her! That's a deny by neutral. That's gonna be a sad Juggernaut. I mean, Crystal Maiden was dead, yeah. She knew that. Juggernaut knew that. Apparently neutral creep made sure it happened. Nicely done. 63 last hits for this Juggernaut, who's level 13. 3 heroes still hanging around mid. We have the mechanisms complete, by the way. On both the Darkseer and the Alchemist, they picked it up at the same time. So that will allow both teams to fight a little bit more effectively, perhaps. Soul Assumption. Doesn't kill off the Razor just yet. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet slowly but steadily making his way on the top. To the top with his hand of Midas. He died 7 times though. To be fair, I mean, compared to all the other games that we saw today, this is actually a fairly high kill count. Because we're only 20 minutes into this game. And we're already past the 40 kills. That fight in the bottom lane. That's the one that matters. TP's incoming, making sure that Nature's Prophet stays safe. In the meantime, in the mid lane, Alchemist might not be so lucky. Only Slash comes in. And that's going to be Ice's Ice using the mechanism, but still ends up going down. And knowing that the TPs are on cooldown, they know that they can probably take down this tier 1 tower. The healing ward helping them out as well. Here comes the Nature's Prophet. Sprout up on 2. And that might be a very nice job here. In comes the Static Link. Razor draining a lot of attack damage. It's Visage that already goes down, but Nature's Prophet getting picked up and clings. He is just going ham right now. Looking for a Crystal Maiden, finds it. Looking for a tower, finds it. Looking for a next target. Can't find those though, but it's a 3-for-1 exchange in favor of MiTH-Trust, and they get a tower with that. Visage even buys back, purely because he can. They're gonna try to go for Roche. And with that buyback, I think that Impervious should know that Roche is going on. Why otherwise buy back? But they're not gonna try and do anything about it apparently. With Klinks now having the Aegis and having his Orchid ready and having 2300 gold to boot. This game is or should be put on pause if you're Impervious right now. Basically what you would want to do is hold on, let yourself farm up until you're not gonna be killed off by Klinks anymore. Or try to team fight, either one. But at least play safe. Or together. Play safe or together, basically that. It's pretty simple. We're gonna see how effective they can do that. Of course, Klinks is a bit of a counter towards the Nature's Prophet in that case, because Nature's Prophet normally is the one to go for the split push and therefore is by himself. That's why he also wants to have an Orchid or a Hex or something like that, so just so he can go toe to toe with that Klinks. Let's see if he can go toe to toe against the Juggernaut though. Sprouts up. No vision, and that's gonna be indeed him being toe-to-toe up against the Juggernaut. In the meantime, we have got this Darkseer in a little bit of trouble. Frostbite is there, Stun is there as well. Can he actually throw out the stun in time? Yes, he can! And Trinicop, one more hit away from dying. Razor gets the last hit. Buyback from the Darkseer, though. It's not yet over. Visage tries to run away from this one, but in comes the Ensnare. Hits up on the Razor, who decides to try and TP out, but won't be able to do so. The Soul Assumption comes in. Darkseer came back, gets the Darkseer wall up with the vacuum there. And a copy of an Alchemist, one of the more important targets in the game. In comes the Klinks, looking for the Crystal Maiden. And she is already a goner. Abaddon, gonna get ensnared. They're waiting for the borrowed time to be over. And that's gonna be one dead. Abaddon as well. 2 supports. In comes the stun though. Ice, Ice, Ice. Carrying his team once again. Darkseer going down after already brought him back. There goes an Omni Slash though. And Ice, Ice, Ice might be just the one to go down. And there he goes indeed. As Klinks get the last hit. Gets a triple kill out of that one. Might be getting an ultra kill if he gets this one as well. If he gets this Razor, he will indeed get an ultra kill. Couple more hits needed. There he goes. It's Visage that gets the last hit though. And that's going to be 4 dead on the side of Impervious Gaming. And the gem is still on the floor. Gets picked up by the Visage though. Nature's Prophet the only one surviving. But he wasn't even there. TP out right now. He knows he is in trouble with the with the Klinks. Oh, Courier. Courier lives. Train's not able to do the job. But that Courier did kind of give away that Klinks was there. Because there was a ward, and if you see Courier flying towards there, you know that there's someone there. Even if you can't see him. Crystal Maiden dying 9 times this game. Look at the net worth of the Klings, by the way. Almost 11k gold. Compared to the highest farmer of Impervious Gaming, which is now indeed the Nature's Prophet because of his Hand of MiTH and his ultimate, of course. That's almost 4k higher. Actually, that is 4k higher. More than 4k higher. On the Klings. Very scary indeed. Now also with the BKB. And it looks like we're gonna have a fight on our hands from the sidelines. In comes the Klings, in comes the Naga Siren. There is also a song. They can try to set up for something very big here. Alchemist and Abaddon there as well. But they go for attack first. Ask questions later. Sing later. We're gonna have Darkseer roll up on 2. Soul Assumption doesn't kill off Abaddon completely. Still have nobody dying just yet. But now comes the song. Now they can set up to make sure that nobody gets himself away. Maybe Kyo gets himself away, but they need to try and save their team. It's not going to be enough though. Nature's Prophet dies. Abaddon ends up committing suicide. Very nicely done for him. And the Omni Slash will be cleaning off the Alchemist. Still 3 dead, nobody down on MiTH-Trust, and I mean, look at their heroes. You wouldn't even say that they have fought. Maybe because Juggernaut's low on mana. That's it. But the tier 2 tower will end up going down. Let's see if they can go high ground with this as well. I think they should be able to. Fortification is there. Juggernaut has that healing word up again in 13 seconds. Alchemist back up again in 20 seconds though. The mechanism is still there for the Darkseer. They're able to hold their ground and they should be able to take these melee ranks as well. Maybe going back afterwards. Abaddon has to be careful there. Still has that borrowed time up of course. And gets it used. Klings. Static Link up on him is already broken. They can't find more people. I have the Storm now also used. This is a lot of cooldown used for Impervious Gaming and they can't really do anything with it. Alchemist ends up stunning himself. MiTH-Trust backing off into safety. With the Juggernaut now almost having his Mantis style ready. This could be MiTH-Trust just holding on until they have another Aegis, which is in 5 minutes. And then go again, because right now they have the upper hand. They're 14k gold ahead. They are almost 20k experience behind. Ahead, rather. As in, Impervious is 20k experience behind almost. And
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
yeah.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
If you look at the levels list, there's one person you should instantly feel sorry for. Crystal Maiden is more than 10 levels lower than the Klings. Klings is level 18. Oh, double stun coming up from Ice Ice Ice. In comes the Nova as well. They might be able to get something here. Maybe they get the Crystal maybe they get the Naga Siren. Nice ulti though, but Darkseer roll gets placed. The song gets sang, and that's gonna be everybody of MiTH home safe. In comes another stun perhaps. And it does come out, but there is also an Invis rune. Maybe they go for the Naga Siren. They do vacuum up the high ground though. Alchemist completely useless at the moment. Can't get himself out. Charges up a stun. At least he can do that. Kling's still able to kill off the Crystal Maiden. As we see that the Juggernaut tries to chase down the Abaddon, who no longer has his borrowed time. And will end up going down for sure. Alchemist still hanging on the high ground. Klings knows that. They just needs a vision. They know that he's there. He's charging up a stun. In comes a vacuum cleaning out the trees. Hello and bye. And that's going to be 4 for 1. Only the Naga Siren to go down. Not a very fruitful chase. Impervious. Not looking so good hot this game.
Thanks.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Well, that's gonna be only one outer tower left standing on the side of Impervious Gaming, which is the tier 2 on the top lane. Take a look at this list though. 10 deaths on the Crystal Maiden, 10 deaths on the Nature's Prophet. I mean, it's 23 to 40, so this has been a battlefield, a slaughterhouse, massacres all over the place. Almost double the amount of kills on MiTH than there are on Impervious though, and that is kind of cause for trouble. if you are a fan for Impervious. 2 minutes before the Roshan is back off, something MiTH might want to wait for and before they go on trying to go high ground again. In the meantime, Klings finds himself quite a few heroes here. There is no Gem of Truth out there, and he actually goes for the Alchemist. Continues to go for the Crystal Maiden, at least he's able to get that one. He went in 4 on 1, 3 on 1. Of course now got the Static Link on him and has a lot of damage drain, but he didn't die and he's able to get a kill, which is quite surprising. Comes a Sprout. The Song makes sure that Nature's Prophet cannot TP out though, and they know exactly where he is. And they will kill him off, no doubt about that. Wraith Blue will go down. In comes a bat, and it's too late to go for a heal or a shield, and he himself gets silenced up and killed off. Burrow time, get him back to full, but I think he's gonna go down straight again as well. In comes a stun from the Alchemist, but he can't help him there. Ownage being called, MiTH-Trust dominating right now, and they're gonna go high ground again. And they are able to kill off the ranged racks. And possibly able to rotate bottom. I mean, what's gonna stop them? No Nature's Prophet there to force the split push out. Alchemist might be able to do something, but he just doesn't have the damage just yet. He can be turned down by the Klings. Down goes the Razor. Not even an Omni Slash. Actually, Omni Slash was used. Never mind that. I don't feel it was needed though. There goes the tower, and there goes the racks. MiTH-Trust seemingly steamrolling through this with a lot of kills on their names. 23 to 45. Need one more kill to get the double amount of kills as the opponent team.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Naga Siren already has his Sarge, looking for that Heaven's Halberd. Disarm an Alchemist. Is the only thing that they can do right now. As in, it's for Impervious. Alchemist is the one to carry this game. Disarming him, win. Maybe Nature's Prophet when he joins fights. Also a good target to disarm. Razor, also a good target to disarm, even though he doesn't. They don't really do that much damage. Klings now with an Aegis. Top lane is the only lane there left to go for, and Nature's Prophet makes sure that that lane is pushed out at the moment. Pushing on the top lane. 1200 gold. Maybe MiTH doesn't care about that though. They have smoked up. And they're looking for something. In the base of the enemy. Impervious. Nowhere close to getting picked off though. There goes the Heaven's Halberd. MiTH-Trust still not able to find any targets. Because that's basically what they're doing. Before they go high ground, they want to kill off someone. If they know that they're not in their base. Either a good team fight with a Song to set things up, or just gank a couple of targets like Crystal Maiden and Razor. And kill those off. Hello, Crystal Maiden. And I think by Crystal Maiden as well. In comes Klings, not even needed. TPF from the Razor. Never mind. GG called. The Song there. They give up. They give up. No woman, no cry. Well, no game, no cry. That's gonna be MiTH-Trust being victorious here, getting extra points to their name in the Rapture Gaming League. And they were just dominating over Impervious. Ice is doing a nice job on his Alchemist, but that trial lane just did not work out, or that bottom lane did not work out. The top lane did not work out, and they basically only had the Alchemist to fall back on, and he just wasn't enough. Not with the amount of, like, I still think that fight in the bottom lane, the fight in the bottom lane where they just kept going at each other, I think Impervious should have stopped. They came out so far behind, it was over at that point. They just ran into die every single time. We're waiting for the throne to explode.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Klings is helping us. And Alchemist goes down the top lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
What is he actually?
You are dead.
If you're wondering what they're talking about, if you say GG, the game will automatically start counting down for you to close the game. But apparently someone clicks cancel. It's Crystal Maiden. So much hope. Never mind. There we go. In comes the end screen. Whoa. Sorry, thank you for watching. I was kind of zoned out, so that means that I'm really tired. I really need to get myself some rest, get myself some food as well. So I will be right back, give you some cat cam and give you some commercials before I'm tuning myself out. So thank you for watching, and see you in just a moment.